earth might be as a result of your lesson, what is already destined to you for you to experience in order to be matured. So not every challenges of life is as a result of living bad life or negative influences. Some of this, whatever you are experiencing today, is willingly accepted by you before you are here in this gross material. Are you following? Some of this decision was taken willingly by you, knowingly or unknowingly. The thing is that we human beings, except few individuals that are permitted to have first idea of their true being. If not, human being does not see beyond their nose. So sometimes we took this oath, yes, willingly, because it's actually what we need to experience in order to pass that particular stage in life, spiritual wise. So whenever we started experiencing them, if we are not inwardly activated, you might be accusing people around you, accusing your spiritual forces, accusing elements, accusing everybody that they are the one that caused the whatever you're experiencing now. I don't know what you're experiencing anyway, but I can tell you, not every experience in life is harmful. Yes, it will pain our body when we are experiencing some certain things that we don't actually want as humans. But sometimes those experiences is actually what will benefit the spirit, which is the core you. Are you following? So what I'm experiencing, let me tell you one thing you don't know about nature. No man or woman, be you who, will ever experience life to the fullest from beginning to the ending without experiencing some downfall, up and right, and some experiences. No human. Let me explain further. You see this gross material, whatever we are about to experience on earth, or whatever we are experiencing, has been predicted by nature. Nothing is stable. Right? Nothing is stagnant. I wanted to use a word that will make you to understand it. What change is constant. Let me put it this way. Change is constant. It's something you will keep experiencing. You know why? Because there is constant movement in creation. Creation is not stagnant. You will keep on revolving. Keep on revolving. That is creation for you. This world is not the way it looks last 1,000 years, last 5,000 years. You know that this world has been in existence thousands of years, you know. So it's not how we human beings looks now. It's not how we look maybe thousands years back. We revolve. And that's nature, because there is constant movement. There is this constant heat that made it possible that stagnation is not allowed in creation. Are you following? Yes. That is why, let me give you an example. Use a simple explanation to explain something to you. I keep saying it that earthly experiences or earthly governance is prototype of what is happening in the spiritual realm. I keep saying it if you are my follower. What does that mean? Whatever that is happening in this gross material, what you are seeing, has a prototype in the spiritual realm. Let me explain further. Let me use Africa as a yardstick. We have 3 major seasons in Africa. We have rainy season, which we are experiencing now. We have Harmattan season. Then we have dry season. These seasons, because there is constant renewal, God Almighty in His infinite mercy, after creating the entire universe, He is on His throne, but keep pouring renewal, blessings upon the entire creation, so that the world will keep looking at you. Is by the power of God Almighty. So God Almighty, without Him keep renewing His powers on earth, the earth will grow old and decay. But God in His infinite mercy keep pouring His blessings. Yes, that is continual renewal of earth. That's why earth can have lasted thousands of years, and will still last thousands of years to come. Still remain as the way it is. You know why? Because God Almighty keep on renewing earth by releasing His powers. Yes. Physically, as a human who does not understand how things work in the spiritual, will not be able to see or even perceive this renewal, God's power. Yes. But I can tell you, this renewal of power, you will notice it even with some physical signs. Let's assume rainy season. During the rainy season, we understand that the nature offers something very unique on earth. When there is showering of that blessing of God in form of rain, everything on earth wear new look. Even the trees, even the grass, everywhere look greenish. That is the power of God. Are you following? Yes. So that's the time of renewal. In that type of rainy season you are seeing. So you are seeing that then we are in rainy season, right? But I can tell you it's time of outpouring of God's power. Yes. And the high season. That's why even people all in world religion over, there are these festivals that often comes from April. Yes, from April to September. It's time of renewal. That's why even many religious bodies face their one renewal or the other. In Igbo spirituality, we celebrate the festival of Awu. To interest you to know, in Igbo spirituality, this month we are in the festival of Awu. Yes. So the same way, many all religions, some will put their festival time, some we call it outpouring of the Holy Spirit, some we call it Pentecost week, some we Pentecost time, some we call it so many things. But the most important thing is that they recognize the fact that within this time I just mentioned, the power of God Almighty reign on earth to renew, make this world anew. He might not understand, but that is the fact. So we have rainy season, every days, even human being receive fresh air. But we have another season, Harmattan, dry season. You even notice it from the looks of things. The grass, the trees, everything looks rent, dried up, because of lack of abundance that rain brings. By so doing, you will notice that all the atmosphere is not stable. It revolves. So in your life existence, you can never be stable. Your life existence keep revolving. So you are bound to receive time of abundance, time of stability, and time of renewal. So in our life, definitely we are here. Oh, Afia, I know where you will learn so many things. So some of these challenges you are seeing in life is as a result of your oath of life. The level you are at in the spiritual realm, you are here taking some drastic decision in your previous earth life about you. That if you know one, you get experience this, experience that. in order to add up to what you have learned previously. Are you following? So your ego can be responsible for challenges, whatever challenges you are facing now. Because you don't see your previous earth life, so you don't know where you stop. So your ego can be responsible. Are you following? Your note can be responsible for whatever that happening to you. Like your ndo abanjegi, more we are ndo to you. Yes. You want to get able to do. Yes. Guinea with that. Have you noticed that if you road safety, let me give you an example. This road safety you are seeing, they are actually here for our own benefit. Their work is to ensure that road users apply caution. However, whenever we default, they will discipline us by giving us some punishment. Are you following? If I ask you now if road safety is bad, will you say yes or no? I can assure you road safety is not bad. They are our friends. However, they are there to protect us and to ensure that we apply all those safety measures. Are you following? For our own good. However, they are also there to discipline us whenever we go astray. The same thing with your spiritual forces. When sometimes if they give you some instructions on what you must do in order to be great in life, to achieve greatness and mature well, and the act of your own ignorance, you refuse to follow that path, sometimes they can bulala you just to whip you to the line for your own well-being. They are not evil. Rather, they are your companion that really want you to mature. Are you following? So you can see that your ando banje can actually bring some bulala across your line. Just not out of hatred, but out of love, for you to live by the track laid down for you from creation. Are you following? Yes. There is also your andot. Your water elements can actually bulala you a little if you go astray against the natural plan destined for you on earth. All they are doing is for your own benefit, because they understand too well that if you fail, it's not going to be go well with you. Are you following? So they can, it's like a child, parents training their child. If the child is going astray, you can flog the child, you can discipline the child, because you love the child genuinely and they want the child to be better. Are you following? That does not mean that your parents is evil, or that does not mean that your spiritual associates are only the evil. Actually, what they are working for is for your own good. Are you following? Then your lifestyle too can bring bulala across the line. If a child refuses to live a good life and he went around going about committing some crime, committing atrocities, maybe they're taking murumbri and they're taking all these hard drugs. Yes, the child needs to be disciplined for his own betterment. So sometimes your lifestyle will bring calamity upon your life. Let me give you an example. There is this particular family I heard of. This particular family is a family that really, they don't understand it. Do you know that I have seen a family that often gang up and beat their father mercilessly? Have you heard such a thing? What is the crime of the father? These children will gang up and start blaming their father for not sending them to university. The man have done his best, but for them, they think that the man's best is not enough. Therefore, sometimes they will gang up and beat their father up. What they are doing is barbaric. I should be condemned. On no account you should beat your father up. Once you do it, you receive curse instantly. Are you following? Once you respect your parents, you receive blessing instantly, knowingly or unknowingly. It's only that fourth commandment that is a commandment that have clause. Obey your parents so that you will live long Can do way to go. Are you following? So when you disobey your parents with impunity, believe in me, your life will be short, spiritually and physical. Let me give you an example. One of this particular child that normally often beats up his father, today as we speak, is in prison. What is a crime? Because when you have the morale to beat up your father, you have done the worst. You can do undo. Because what is he beating his father? His father often try to discipline him to be of good morals. But this particular children refused to change because they wanted to live wayward life, and the father refused. Whenever the man tried to advise them, they beat him up, and the man keep crying. Believe in me, that cry and that tears of that old man will never fall in vain. He bring curse and nemesis. And to cut the whole story short, this particular guy that I knew of, that normally beat his father, went around and committed sexual harassment to another guy. And that guy happens to be a child of a rich man. Now, as we speak now, this particular guy has been dealt with. He's in prison now. In prison. Are you following? Now, because he committed that atrocity and deserved to teach a lesson. And you don't know why the gods allow that particular guy to fall a victim of that in order to be disciplined. So, by the time he's done with this prison sentence, he's already SOB. And believe in me, that experience will dent his life for life. Are you following? So, sometimes this iniquity he committed against his father, nemesis can bring this punishment, because our action has equal reaction. So that action, often beating his father, can bring equal reaction of pushing him to do evil in order to go jail, so that he will be disciplined. Are you following? Do you know that evil you commit today, the equal reaction? All of you that study science understand that every action has equal reaction. So that equal reaction can come back to you, the originator, and bring doom and the nemesis, bring catastrophe to your life. Are you following? So, if you are a man, maybe lusting after fellow man, what you are committing is abominable act, and it will bring the akarugiri, what we call akarugiri, that follows any sinful act. So that sinful nature, sinful act will attract another sinful and negative vibration. He or she want to be bisexual. Their marriage and their relationship often crash. You know why? You can't eat your cake and have it. Some people are homo, but they still got married. And once they got married, maybe for reason to camouflage and or whatever, their marriage will not last, because their partner will often lament. So, if you are a man, but you are you are homo, believe in me, even if you pretend and decide to get married in order to cover your tracks, that your marriage will not last, because your partner will never be satisfied. So the same thing with a woman. If you are only super, and for the fact that you only super one, even if you get married tomorrow, that your marriage will never last, because only super. There is no way you pay attention to your marriage 100%, because it's not where you belong to. That's your life of super lesbianism. You always attract negative equal vibration back to you, and you will never have peace. So I know a particular lady. This lady is a lesbian. So, but he just want to comply and get married. At the end of the day, he keep having problem with the husband. He doesn't have interest in as in having a man-to-man relationship in marriage. Every time the husband will be complaining. Eventually, one particular day, the man traveled, and for one reason or the other, the man came back suddenly, and they got his wife, lawful wedded wife, with his girlfriend, normal that often visit the house. The wife introduced the fellow woman as his best friend. So sometimes they will be just the man will go to work without knowing that his girlfriend is his lesbian partner. One day the man came back suddenly and caught them red-handed. That what crashed the marriage. So some of these things, if you are married to crash tomorrow, you will send them married. Again, you might be a woman that have ilencha. You talk like parrot. You nag. Now, every time you will be descending on your husband, shouting on your husband, calling him names with impunity, disrespecting him. Eventually, your marriage will crash. And when your marriage crash, you will run back and say, crash your marriage. Who does that? Then sometimes you're a woman married into a family. Your work there is to divide them. Forgetting that whatever you sow is what you reap. Because your husband married you. You don't want the husband to take care of his aged parents anymore or his siblings. Why? You will keep on reminding him that he has his own children, that these children can't wait to train them, this and that, telling them all these sort of things in order to stop him from taking care of his family, immediate family. You know that immediate family he's helping can bring enough blessing that will ensure that your husband's business keep flourishing. You know that that's your husband that married you, that his mother has been praying for him. That is exactly what brought him to that height you met him before he married you. You know that stopping him from helping his family members can bring his downfall. So whenever the man married you and he succeeded for peace to reign, he succeeded in pushing the man not to be helping his family members, and calamity follows, and the man business crashed. You will be blamed. And by so doing, you will say, when I got married to my husband was doing well. Now, since after marrying me, he's now broke. That is in the middle that is responsible. Who does that? Yes, you are married to your husband, but you keep on going around about sleeping with your former boyfriend. And because of what you have done, don't you know that when a married woman starts sleeping outside the home, it's like he's giving the husband poison. He can do so many things. If you are a married woman sleeping around, that action can bring your husband down. That action is like giving your husband poison. The man can fall sick because of that action. Yes. The man business can crash because of your action. That vibration you once shared and radiation you once share as husband, as a wife to your husband. Husband and wife share radiation, equal radiation. But once you bring the third party, maybe your boyfriend radiation into the family radiation between you and your husband is no longer stable. It's keep on going ups and down because of that distorted vibration that comes in from your boyfriend. You know that you sleeping around outside home, sleeping around with another man outside your husband can crash his business, And when he does, he say in the middle. You know that your high test, you're a young girl, the guy promised to marry you, but what he normally points hand is those who reach something. You are not bringing anything to the table. You are not even working, you are not even contributing a dime. But you will be the one, a guy took you out to go and buy maybe an Android phone for you. he went there and decided to embarrass him by saying, what is Android? That you prefer iPhone. Why can't you discuss it with the man to know his budget before leaving the house? The man now came to a phone shop and said, okay, look for maybe a phone within the range of 200k down. And we were there telling him that I don't like this kind of phone. That, okay, reason, give me a reason. He said the reason of a young lady. This is a young lady, is a lady that can't even boast of 100,000 in her own account. We are telling the man that I don't like using this Infinix. I don't like using this Techno. What are your reasons? I will give them the excuse that their camera is not as good as iPhone. I know. But some of them actually have good cameras. They might not be as 100% as iPhone. I agree with you. But what exactly do you want to be using that iPhone to do that will bring in equal reaction, equal benefit to you? Just a Snapchat. How does that your Snapchat bring money to the table? Yeah, if you are not a content creator, if you are a son of a billionaire, I rest my case. I don't have problem. If you are that, I can afford it as a lady. I respect your that wish. If you can afford it as a single lady, maybe you're working class, you can afford it with your own money. I drop my cap for you. Dwale, I help you. But if you cannot afford 100,000 naira phone on your own with your own sweat, and somebody took you out to a phone shop and want to buy a phone of 200k and you brush it out as I don't use that kind of thing. It's not my thing. He was a bad character. And that bad character might make that man not to buy the phone again. And even if the man buy the phone of your choice, the man might decide to come to tomorrow. Tomorrow, you will not say it's in the middle. This in the middle self. Auntie, upon the middle in a crash your relationship or high destiny. You went on a date with a man. You know then what some of the ice cream had a 30k. I so hard because I cannot try such. Even if I'm a billionaire, I can never use 30k to buy a cup of ice cream. For what? Is it ice cream of life? Yes. You know what that place? You know that even that 30,000 naira, there's a place you sold that 30,000 naira, it will help you a lot in life. You know. But you used to lick it with just small cup. Even if there is ice cream, is the ice cream of life. So some of this, when a man took you for a date, maybe the man has 300,000 naira with him on his ATM, took you out. You look for ice cream of 30k. After licking that one, he tell you that he would like to go with one again as take home. Then you go to cream. You point a perfume of 120,000 naira. So you go there, your cream is maybe 80,000 naira cream. All the shoppings, maybe before you know it, that 300,000 naira, the man will be really struggling for the money to be able to pay for all the things you picked. Don't you know that man might just do it out of shame because he doesn't want you to disgrace him in public. So he formed his God. When he was praying for that money, he's bleeding inside his heart. Auntie, after taking you out, the guy will not call you again. And he's saying, I don't know what is happening to me. Guys will collect my number. After first date, they will not call me tomorrow. Or auntie, he have bad character. You understand? What we'll be looking at, what will make the man to spend much money. In fact, if there is some of the items that is more expensive than Turkey, that is what we point at. Have you asked if this man is is their husband, and they can afford it willingly without shaking, no problem. After all, Turkey is Turkey. In fact, if there is anyone that is better than Turkey, go for that one. Yes. But if this guy is just a guy that is managing, maybe, we guys now, sometimes we like to impress a woman. A guy will take you on out to go man to take home. Say, hey, that's my girlfriend, Joy, now let me buy something for Joy. This man was like suffering and smiling. After buying this, he will not buy it again. So sometimes all this unnecessary demand is what is crashing a relationship. Sometimes you have bad mouth. Sometimes you don't even know how to talk. Sometimes your advice is how you will divide his family or remove his attention from his family members. He might not call you tomorrow. Yes. It is not he cannot get a man with your snake style, hippopotamus style, elephant style, or even donkey style. Those things is not what can make you to keep a man. Are you following? Yes, what makes you to keep a man is men are so intelligent when it comes to marriage. He will be thinking about what are you bringing to the table that will help him to rise. Do you pray for him? Do you motivate him? Do you bring new ideas that he often apply in his business and getting good results? You must be an asset so that come rain, come sun, he cannot dash you out because he knows you are what. But what you are bringing to the table is next style, monkey style, hippopotamus style. Cannot keep a man, I can tell you. Maybe you don't even have respect for the man. You cannot use sex alone to keep a man. Some say men like food. Yes, they act like food. But they cannot use food alone to keep a man. You know why? Before the man meets you, the man knows other neighbors. The man knows those good joints. You normally go and eat and get satisfied. Yes. You can't use even sense because sense the man used to get sense before he came across you. Are you following? So what a man actually needs, someone will say, what is this thing that men actually needs? What a man needs is respect and peace of mind. So without giving a man this respect and peace of mind, believe me, the man will trash you. And once he trash you, we say it's in limbo. Check your character. Your character could be what is sending negative signal to opposite sex, to suitors. Change your character. Know how you talk. Yes. The way you treat people around you might even send negative signal to the man that want to marry you. A friend of mine told me how he invited a girl, to his house. So when he invited this particular girl, the way the girl talked to an Okada man that brought her to the man's house, without knowing that man is somewhere closer to the gate, and hear how he embarrassed the man, maybe they have misunderstanding. The way he talked down on that Okada man, wow, made this man to say, no. If this girl can talk down to a man that is old enough to be her father this way, then she is not good for a marriage. That is how the girl came that day. The man chatted with her very briefly and gave her money to go. Till date, the lady in question did not know why the man did not take her serious again. But the man did not take her serious because the way he talked to Okada man that brought her to the man's house. Are you following? So the way you treat others, we are taking note of all that. Respect everybody. Be decisive. But don't insult. So what am I saying in essence? We are rounding up. Before you start blaming in the middle, check your character. If your character is good, check it as if you are a man. This character you are exhibiting to your boyfriend or to your fiancé, if you're a man, will you marry a woman with such character? Answer the question. So sometimes your bad character might be what is responsible for the failure. Why men are not taking you serious? Your character might be responsible. So what I'm advising you, check your character very well. It's only when your character is superb, when your character is exactly what you want. Yeah, if you're a man, assuming take yourself, are you a woman, but take yourself as if you're a man. If your character is what you will get married to, if you're a man, then you know you're good. So once before you blame all these your spiritual forces, whether or is you are, whether it's your spiritual associate, whether it's your enemy or undoed, make sure your character is good. Yes. Then make sure your foundation is good. Make sure everything about you is good before you start blaming the spiritual angle. So what I can tell you today is that more than 50% of people blaming in the middle today as what is responsible for their predicament are actually because of their deed. Are you following? So if you're a man, but you keep on jumping from Njideka to Ngozi. Njideka will come in the morning, Saturday night, go Sunday morning, in the evening, if anyone is coming in, and go back Monday morning, Wednesday, Angelina is coming. If you are doing it that way, you are changing very vibrations and it will not go well with you. Maybe you are the type that normally you got a woman pregnant, you deny and give money for abortion. But I showed you are soiling your hands. Those things can be, you know that a single abortion is committed to a lady might crash your business. You know, have you ever take stock, retreat within you? Can you trace when you start having that negative nightmare or negative vibration in your show when your business started going down? Don't you think that sometimes the way that abortion you gave a lady money, deny the pregnancy, and actually that pregnancy is yours, and you know that you are 100% sure that pregnancy is yours, but you willingly you deny it. Instead, you gave her money to go and abort. Don't you think that money you gave out for that abortion and the lady in question use that money for that abortion will be the genesis of your downfall? Your mind have never gone to the other side, Abby. Yes. So sometimes using your money to oppress somebody can actually boomerang to you, and the consequence will flow back to you, the original. So sometimes you blaming people. I traveled to the village on Xmas. When I came back, my shop, my business stopped going. Yes, that you travel to village is not the issue. But what did you went to village to do? You went to village to frolic everywhere. Frolic everywhere. After frolicking everywhere, you got a lady pregnant, and you deny it. Before you come back for January, you have already given her money to go and abort that crash. That's your statement. That thing you did can bring actually a downfall. And they say again, you'll be saying, it's village. I visited village and when I came back, or I lay a foundation. After spending 2 months in the village, I came back to Lagos. I came back to my Obodo where I base, where everything remains standstill. How do you tell your spiritualists what atrocity committed in the village that gave room for that negative vibrations to crash your business totally? You know, do you tell him? Maybe not. What you just mentioned, I went to village after staying 10 years in abroad. I went there, I laid foundation. I stayed there for 3 months. I came back now, nothing works again. Did you tell him the abominable act he committed in the village that made it possible. Even if your village people send negative vibration, he gave a hand to it. They will tell him, now you are blaming in the middle, or maybe you blaming another theft. So what I can tell you is this: search inwardly. I can tell you what you don't deserve, or what you don't long for, or what you don't pray for. Because even if negative, you pray to be born in a humble home, poor homes, in order to experience how life, the poverty life looks like. It can be your karma. It can be you to be born in a humble home. It can be you because you wanted to experience. You know that I was discussing with somebody. His father is a billionaire. He was telling me, is it possible that somebody cannot have what to eat in a day? He couldn't understand it, whether it's possible for somebody to stay without food or not sure. Do you know that there are some people that are hearing my voice now? They are not even sure what they will eat tomorrow, you know. But some people are born in a rich man's home might not even might find it difficult to believe that such a thing can happen because they have not experienced it. So some of what they are experiencing today might be as you wanted to experience it. So the only way you can come out of that condition and win it is by whatever you are experiencing. Do the needful. Keep your mind pure. Long for what is noble. It's just a matter of time. You will pass that level, that challenges of life, and move ahead with crown. But when you are experiencing some of those challenges, you keep on murmuring and antagonizing anybody, blaming people. You will not even be focused to achieve greatness. And at the end of the day, you fail and remain where you are. But it's only by experiencing those things joyfully that will make those things to last for a while and go away. You move to the next level. I will send me stop here. If you have questions in this today's lecture, send message to me on my WhatsApp. Or you want us to do consultation, if offer for you. Send message to my WhatsApp 0805 78 37 672. I repeat 0805 78 37 672 or 0813 8243 871. I repeat 0813 8243 871. See you tomorrow. No guy want to say, I am no one brother you were to which I know you woman. You got the run.
Good day, my name is Chucks. If you're in need of building designs, we have years of experience helping people get the beauty of their dream house they have always wanted. Even if you have great fear of seeking for architect because of money, we can help. Don't put off getting your dream house that you deserve. So give us a WhatsApp chat via our Facebook page today at Fenwork Architecture. Fenwork Architecture gives you the best. Thank you.
Morning. Okay, my name is Machuku Francis Chukwuemeke. I'm from Anambra State, Nigo, precisely. Okay, to start with, I will say thank you for using that word beautiful. Those work we saw in Eziokwu TV, I'm the architect that designed them. I happen to be one of the 3 executive directors in framework architecture. Framework architecture is a multidisciplinary integrated company that offers specialized and expert contracts and consultancy in area of architecture, civil engineering, project planning, interior designing. Okay, framework architecture was founded and began operating in 2010. The company is led by management team of 3 executive directors, and have assembled a group of experienced and professional technicians in both traditional and high technology. Thank you so much. Our mission is to provide a service to meet the challenges of building environment associated with the developing countries like Africa. We aim to provide a conducive and safety, affordable housing units. Okay, to reach us is so easy. We are everywhere here in Nigeria. Why I say that we are everywhere is that we go outside jobs. I mean, any place you call us, we are ready to be there and achieve your requirements. So for our contact number, you can reach us on our WhatsApp number 070-6465-2451. I repeat, 070-6465-2451. Or you can also contact us through our email address, frameworkarchitecture@gmail.com. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. It's my pleasure to be here. Thank you.
Yeah, good morning, viewers all over the world. My names are Ogbuefi Eze-Ana Rifte. I'm here this morning to react on trending topic concerning reforms going on in Igbo spirituality. One of my followers chatted me. He was of the view that we should not reform Eze-Ana, that we keep on using the outdated method used by our ancestors, our fathers, meaning that Igbo spirituality, we should maintain the old status quo. Our altars, Igbo spirituality, we have altars no kumodi chiche, like Okwedo, Okulasi, Okumodi chiche, even the same thing with the one that is in your village. Place of worship in Igbo spirituality. We should keep on staying under the trees and the shanties. That anything we are trying to build a befitting place of worship, for him, he is not in support. So I'm here today to react to some of such comments. That look, world over, every spiritual movement, they are all reforming. Let me draw your attention to Catholic faith. There is what they call Vatican I. During Vatican I era, the priest, Manako Latin, during the Latin Mass, that time, in Vatican I, because Catholic Church have Vatican I and Vatican II. Presently, Catholic they are practicing Vatican II. Under Vatican I, they are using purely Latin. Yes, they are using purely Latin. And that time, Reverend Father will face the Holy of Holies. He face the altar, back people. Anytime they want to give blessing, like Dominus Vobiscum, he will turn people to people and say Dominus Vobiscum, et cum spiritu tua. That is Dominus Vobiscum simple means et cum spiritu tua. Then face back. Are you following? So, and as the church was growing, they understand that by so doing that some people don't actually understand the meaning of those Latin words. So, under Vatican II, they reform it. Under Vatican II, they taught it why that and make declarations that from that Vatican II going forward, that people should be celebrating Mass in their own language. They reform a lot of things, and the Reverend Father began to face the audience. Everything, they reform so many. I just want to use this particular celebration of Mass as a case study. The same thing with the other world religion world over. Are you following? Even Hindu, is Buddha that built the first temple in India, like modern temples. So there was so many reforms. So many reforms. The same thing with if you go to other sets, religious sets like Grey Message, the Kanka and rest of them, many of them are building modern place of worship, so temples. However, once you enter into any place of worship, you will see sign that will show you that this particular place of worship or temple belongs to so spiritual sect. Like if I enter Catholic church, once I enter inside, I will be able to tell you this is Catholic, even without signboard. Because I have already know some certain things. Despite the fact that other religions have chairs and everything, they have similarity. That's what I'm trying to say. But there is some certain things that made it unique. For example, Catholic must have crucifix. Crucifix. Why the Anglican, exterior of Anglican and Catholic look alike, right? But there is different because in Anglican, you will only see a cross, you will not see crucifix. The same thing with other Pentecostals. So, but some people still want Ordinana to remain with those outdated methods that did not even help us anywhere. Okay, with this old method of under trees and shanties, have you ever seen any serving governors? Despite the fact, or even senator, despite the fact that some of them, when they are contesting, yes, they seek prayers from traditional worshippers. Yes, Igbo spirituality. But because of how everything is structured, time of Thanksgiving, you will not see them. Okay, if the governor is coming to thank Olas with his entourage, where will he sit? The atmosphere is not conducive. Okay, if there is maybe a rainfall, how do you expect governor or a senator or and his entourage to be running helter-skelter because rain is coming? The atmosphere is not built in a way that it will accommodate high-profile personalities. So, but now in Igbo spirituality, we are moderning it. What is important is the teaching. In Igbo spirituality, African traditional religion, we are talking about telling you why you should not destroy your family, why you should be at peace with your children and rest of them. All those the tenets of Igbo spirituality teaching will teach you about those things. And even tell you how you can be able to do it yourself. Like I said, 70% of your spiritual work can be done by yourself if you are properly guided. So that is what modern Igbo spirituality is trying to do. Now we are remodeling so many things, giving at least modern place of worship where you can come and sit comfortably. In fact, if we can even afford AC, we put AC. Are you getting me? So that the atmosphere must be nice. Yes, because other religious sects and spiritual movements are looking down on Igbo spirituality because of how our altars look like under the trees, under shanties and everything. People are looking down on us. So I'm a reformer. I am of the opinion that place of worship of Chukwu Okike should look nice. Okay, look at what African traditional religion is doing, Ghanaian religion. Look at it. You see it and watch the next video. You will see watch the next videos. You will see people massively returning back to Igbo spirituality via African traditional religion. You will see the atmosphere, you will see the interior, you will see everything, the environment is nice and very conducive, so that everybody will be conducive for all walks of life. So watch this video and see the reformation we are bringing in Igbo spirituality, because we believe that place of worship of Chukwu should be nice and it should follow the reality on ground of 21st century. So you watch how we worship. The difference is that Igbo spirituality does not believe that Jesus is God. Yes. So Igbo spirituality does not recognize that. We believe in Chukwu Okike Puru Ime Ihe Niile. That is the core difference between us and Christianity. So I will have worship songs. Those worship songs, the only thing is that we recognize Chukwu. We don't recognize Jesus. That is the third difference. So, and if you look inside our interior of place of worship, you will see our Nzu is there. Edo is there. So if you look well, you will see the difference from the normal church, because we will not see anything, any carved image in that place. However, outside the place of worship, we still have other symbols in the environment for you to know that you are in African traditional religion arena. Let me stop here. Watch this video and tell me what you have to say. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Yama the moon naked. Yama the moon glory. Yama the moon of Yama the moon of Yama the moon of Dilekento. This is the way about the Yama the Veranade. Yama the Veranade. Chineke Venani Yama. Chineke Wala Rosso. Yama Hina Chineke Gozilla. Chineke Gozilla. Chineke Maguzu. Usu Yama the Veranade. Usu Pupos of the Veranade. You are loving in a trouble from a Chineke Bezulia, Chineke Gossi, Chineke Beredema. You are living. God bless you. 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 Chineke Beredema. Chineke wana kusebuzo na lege. Abasa, luga wende pa ke bona access. Ike de no so no wewe.